It challenges you to transform everything you're doing today. Yes or no? It challenges you with the quality of product or service you're offering in the market. It challenges you about the marketing strategies and the marketing efforts you're putting. It challenges you in the sales channels and the sales systems you have. It challenges you in the operational channels, operation systems you have. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for me, the vision goal of 100 crores got me to challenge everything about my business. So from 2014, we started doing real work of preparing to become a 100 crore company. And the rest is, of course, history. How many of you agree you need to do this exercise for yourself, where you ask yourself, what's my vision goal? And to achieve that vision goal, what should be the goal of marketing? What should be the goal of sales? What should be the goal of operations? What should be the goal of HR? What should be the goal of accounts? So you define and have clarity, what do you need to build in every one of these functions to achieve that vision goal? Yes or no? Now, when you enhance clarity of the vision goal and the functional goals, how many of you agree? Then you have a pathway of building blocks that you need to walk on to reach that vision goal. True or not? Now, this is only step number one. This gives you clarity. This gives you direction. Once you have clarity and direction, the second key change is you need to enhance capability. Because if you agree, with the current skills and knowledge that you have, you are producing the current results that you have. If you want to achieve newer results, you need to upgrade your capability, your skills and knowledge to be able to build those kind of marketing, sales, operations, accounts, human resources and management systems. Yes or no? Most business owners ignore this. They think school over, college over, so learning over. By the way, school and college didn't even teach you how to build a successful business. It taught you irrelevant information of history and geography. Ladies and gentlemen, first key change, enhance clarity. Vision goal, work backwards. To achieve vision goal, marketing, sales, operations, accounts, human resources, management goals. So I know this is what I need to build to achieve the vision goal. Then to build it, I need capability. So there are three critical capabilities every business owner needs. Are you ready to learn what you need to learn as a business owner? Are you ready to learn what are the three capabilities you need to learn? Capability number one, write down. You need to learn how to create a profitable, scalable business model. Right? Create a profitable, scalable business model. So you need to learn what are the various strategies to build profitable, scalable business models. And then choose and adapt what is relevant for you. Capability number two. You need to learn how to design systems in every function. How to design a marketing system, how to design a sales system, how to design an operation system, how to design an accounting system, how to design a HR system. Building systems is also a capability, yes or no? How to create SOPs, how to create KRAs, how to create reporting templates, how to do reviews, how to track. These are critical management skills. And you need to learn how to hire, develop, appraise and fire, which are people management skills. You need to learn how to hire the right person, develop the right people, appraise people, fire wrong people. These are skills that you need to learn. Once you're done writing these three capabilities, type out done in the chat box. Then I'll elaborate. Okay, now pay attention everybody. The reason I have highlighted these three capabilities, I'll tell you. How many of you here have a great quality product or service? Existing customers are extremely happy with your product or service, but your business is not growing. How many of you are in that situation? If you're in that situation, type out me. Product quality great, service quality great, existing customers very happy, business not growing. Would it be fair to say that's a very frustrating situation to be in? Product is good, service is good, customer is happy, why is the business not growing? It's a very frustrating situation. And I'll tell you what happens to most business owners. When they reach that situation, no, they don't have an answer as to why the business is not growing. And eventually the only answer they can give themselves is, I think my luck is bad. I think I was born in Yamaganta Kala. If I was born in Labha Kala, then I would have Kuber Mula in my Rashi and we would have made money. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want you to know one thing. If you have a good quality product or service and your existing customers are happy and your business is not growing, it's not because your luck is bad. It's because your management capabilities are bad. You are good at the product or service. You're not good at designing a scalable, profitable business model. And once you learn how to create a profitable, scalable business model, you will have the right growth strategy for your business. Agree? Once you learn how to create a profitable, scalable business model, you'll have the right growth strategy for your business. Agree? Once you learn how to design functional systems in marketing, in sales, in operations, in accounts, in human resources, in management, that's when you'll have systems in your business. Agree? That's when you'll be able to build systems in your business. If you agree, type out agree. Once you learn how to hire the right people, develop your existing team members, appraise salaries scientifically, and fire the wrong people, how many of you agree you will be able to build effective teams in your business? Agree? So beyond product or service skills, the reason I have highlighted these three capabilities for you is once you develop these three capabilities, that's when you'll be able to build the right growth strategy, the right systems, and the right teams. Now, when you have a capable team, a clear system, and a proven strategy in marketing, in sales, in operations, in accounts, in human resources, in management, when you have team, system, and strategy, you tell me, if you have a capable team and a clear system in a particular department, will your involvement in that department reduce then? Yes or no? If you have a capable team and a clear system in a department, your involvement in the department will reduce. Now, when you build team and systems in every department and you reduce your dependency on a daily basis, are you then moving towards building a business which is growing without you? Yes or no? So the answer to the question of how to build a business which can grow without you is to build team, system, strategy in every function of the business. And to build team, system, strategy, you first need to build capability of these three elements that I've listed for you. If that is clear, type out clear. Now, I also want you to know this, that building team, system, strategy in all the functions, in marketing, in sales, in operations, in accounts, in human resources, in management, is a 3 to 5 year journey. There is no get rich quick method. I am not here to sell you a get rich quick scheme. You want to get rich quick? Then I have two things for you. Number one, you don't deserve to get rich. Number two, you'll go on the internet, you can search for some business coaches who say, join my course and grow from 0 to 100 crores in 1 year. And they'll purposely sit in a Mercedes Benz or in a Lamborghini or a rented Ferrari or stand in front of a beach or stand in front of Burj Khalifa and make such a video and seduce idiots who want quick success. There is no quick success. Building a business is a journey. Can you bring that maturity? It's a journey of 3 to 5 years to build team, build system, build strategy in every department. And the 3 to 5 years starts after you have built the capability. Because how many of you agree, without building the capability, if you try building team, system, strategy, it's a game of 40 years of still firefighting. Yes or no? So capability first, then 3 to 5 years to build team, system, strategy in every department. Now, when I say 3 to 5 years, some people get restless. I want faster success. There's nothing called faster success. Let's take marketing, for example. For you as a B2B or a B2C business owner, for you to even master one platform like YouTube takes at least 1,000 days of consistency. Yes or no? It's not like your one video or your 10 videos will go viral and you'll have 1 lakh subscribers. Now, to understand what kind of content's working for you in business, develop the skill to deliver that content in an engaging manner, it requires practice, Baba. तुमको चाहिए फुकट का चंदन किस्मत नंदन. Doesn't work that way. So 3 to 5 years is a very practical timeline for you to build team, system, strategy in all the 7 functions, where at any given point of time, you're focusing on 2 functions or 3 functions maximum. Does that make sense? And through that 3 to 5 year journey of you enhancing your capability and building team system strategy, there's a third key change that you need to make to build a business which can grow without you. Are you ready to learn the third key change, everybody? Because this is probably the most important change. If you are, type out ready in the chat box. Everybody type ready in the chat box. The third key change for you to build a business which can grow without you, beyond enhancing clarity of your vision, goal, and the functional goals, beyond enhancing your capability to build team system strategy in those functions to move towards that vision goal, is the third key changes. You need to enhance your courage. You need to enhance your courage. Ladies and gentlemen, I've worked with more than 39,000 business owners personally. I've trained 8 lakh business owners, but worked with 39,000 of them personally. After working with 39,000 business owners personally, one of my biggest realization has been that talented people rarely build a successful business. I'll repeat, talented people rarely build a successful business, because I've seen far too many talented people who are very good at their product or service. They become so obsessive that they suffer from a disease of perfectionism, and they want to control everything and get everything right. And when you want to get everything right, your appetite to fail and go wrong reduces. You start making safe decisions and you suffocate your business then. You don't trust what I'm saying? Ask yourself, how many of you have a competitor in your industry whose product or service capability is not as good as yours, but because they were more courageous, because they made bigger, bolder decisions, they've outgrown you and left you behind? How many of you have such practical cases in your own life of a competitor who's not as capable as you, but because they've been more courageous, they've just outgrown you? So then, that is evidence, right? That's evidence that clarity is important, capability is important, but without courage, everything falls flat. And you need courage in 3 areas. You need courage to give. You need courage to give openly and fairly to your team members. I'm not saying give freely. I'm saying give fairly to the team members who are deserving, who are contributing. Giving requires courage. Most people, their thought process is what's the least salary I can pay and maximum work I can extract. If your thought process is what's the least salary I can pay and maximum work I can extract, your team member's thought process is what's the least work I can do and maximum salary I can demand. Then the conflict is inside, no? Giving requires courage. You need courage to make decisions. Decisions to hire, make decisions to build systems, make decisions to explore strategies, make decisions to learn. Now, if your thought process is, what if I hire a person and the person leaves? What if I hire a person, that person doesn't perform? What if I create a system, nobody follows it? What if I explore a strategy and it fails? If you're only thinking of what if it doesn't work, guess what? It's already not working. It's already not working. You need courage to move towards your goals. I see business owners who have arrogance. They say, Rajiv, what's the guarantee if I hire, I will grow? What's the guarantee if I do? There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that you will wake up tomorrow morning. Where does this arrogance come to want guarantee of everything in life? How many of you realize business is an activity of courage? It's not for everybody. Okay. And lastly, you need to invest. Invest the money you don't have. That requires courage. Invest the money you don't have. You don't know how you'll pay salary, but you still have the courage to hire a team member and tell yourself, I'll figure out. That is courage. Most people are saying, let me make the money, let me have the time, then I'll build team, system and strategy. You are defying the law of nature. Nature says first sow the seed, then reap the fruit. You are saying you give me the fruit, then I'll eat the fruit, then I'll sow the seed from the fruit. Who are you? Nature says first sow the seed. So you need to invest the money you don't have, the courage you don't have. You need to invest that for it to reap a fruit. Ladies and gentlemen, most of us as business owners come from lower middle class families or middle class families where the only thing we've been taught is you need to save money, you need to save money, you need to save money. That mindset, if you bring to your business, is a disaster. In business, you need to come with the mindset of how can I make money? Then I can save money. First, I need to think how can I make? In the name of cutting costs, I have seen business owners cut investments and they paralyze their own business and they wonder why we are not growing. Hiring is an investment. Learning is an investment. Marketing is an investment. Building systems is an investment. If you're thinking about, oh, I can't spend money on this till I make money, that's why you're never going to make money. You need courage to invest the money you don't have in marketing, in learning, in hiring, in building systems for you to get the money you desire to have. That needs courage. Nobody can teach you courage. You got to build it. And if you look at your own life, the most life-changing decisions you made, you exercised courage in that moment. That's when your life changed. Most people don't exercise that courage on a day-to-day basis. So these are the 3 key changes you need to make to build a business which can grow without you. Take a moment and digest this. Clarity of vision goal and clarity of the functional goals in alignment with that vision. Enhancing capability of learning how to create profitable, scalable business models so that you build the right growth strategy. Learning how to design functional systems so you set up the right systems. Learning how to hire, develop, appraise, and fire so that you build effective teams. And through this journey, enhancing courage to give, courage to make decisions, courage to invest. These are the 3 key changes to build a business which can grow without you. These are the 3 key changes to come out of the trap of survival and self-employment and build a business for growth and expansion. How many of you have learned something today? I'm not yet done with you, by the way. I have 30 more minutes, but I'm just checking. Has the business success workshop been of value to you so far? I mean, if I recap everything we've done, I've broken down the characteristics of a survival business, characteristics of a growth business. I've broken down the difference between marketing and sales. I've given you the goals of the 7 functions. We've looked at the 3 truths you can't deny. We've looked at the trap of self-employment. We've looked at your role as a business owner under strategy management, people management, functional management. We've looked at 3 key changes you need to make, which is to enhance clarity, capability, and courage to build a business which can grow without you. So, ladies and gentlemen, has this been a useful morning for you? Kaushal says, invested 99 rupees to make 10 crores annually. Well, honestly, Kaushal, the only reason to charge 99 is because I need that 99. Is because social media experiments have proven that when we run an ad for an event and we give it for free, 100 people register, 30 people come. But when we charge 99 rupees, 100 people register and 85 people come. So that 99 rupees is of no value to me. I know for a fact that each and every one of you have got way, way, way more value than the time and money you've invested. Yes. Awesome. Fantastic. So can we finish strong, ladies and gentlemen? I have 29 minutes more with you. Can we go to the next part in super high energy? Awesome. So here's what we've done so far if you actually look at it in the business success workshop. The first part of the workshop, we understood the problems. We understood the problems of a survival business. We understood the problems of inconsistency of 7 functions. We understood the problem of the trap of self-employment. The second part of the business success workshop, I've given you the solution. The solution is for you to play your role as management and do strategy management, people management, functional management. And the solution is for you to make these 3 key changes to enhance clarity, capability, and courage so that you come out of the problem. So are all of you clear about the problem and the solution? Yes? Okay. Now, while you are clear about the problem and the solution, would all of you also agree that now that you know the solution, which is for you to play the role of strategy management, people management, functional management, and for you to enhance clarity, capability, and courage, for you to implement the solution, you need 2 things. Number 1, how many of you agree you need systems to implement the solution? Like you need that hiring system, you need that salary appraisal system, you need that firing system, you need the system of creating functional goals. How many think you need systems and skills? Because without systems and without skills, you will not know how to start, where to start, and how to implement the solution. Yes or no? So I have a question for you. You've invested 3.5 hours with me so far. Are you willing to invest 3 days with me where we sit and build those systems and skills together? Because building a system like the actual hiring template, the actual salary appraisal template, the actual firing process, okay, the actual framework of enhancing profit margins, exploring marketing strategies, are you willing to give me 3 days? Now, for those of you who are willing to give me those 3 days, here is my invitation. I need those 3 days from you. And in terms of money, I don't need money for myself. I need money for you to pay for your food and logistics for those 3 days. Fair deal? Great deal, I think. If somebody told me this in my days of struggle as an entrepreneur, I'll be like, bloody hell, take how much money does it take to pay food in a hotel? I'll pay for it. Okay? How much money does it take to rent a banquet hall? I'll pay for it. Okay? So pay attention, everybody. You got the problem, you got the solution. Now we need to do somewhat detailed work of building systems and skills. So for that, I need 3 days of your time. And I need 3 days of your time to be a part of a program, a workshop of system building that I've been doing since April 2016. So this is actually my 10th year of doing that workshop. I started doing this in April 2016. This 3-day workshop is called the Business Space Program. And the next batch of this Business Space Program is on 6th, 7th and 8th of March, which is a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This 3 full days, because I need to sit and make you build the systems and strategies. So it's from 10 in the morning to 8 in the evening. It is a workshop. It's not a training. A training means I am only teaching you, you are taking information. A workshop means you're working on building the systems, building the frameworks, building the strategies, building the templates. Does that make sense? So I'll need 3 full days, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Now this workshop happens from where I am, where I have a base. It's happening in Bangalore. It's happening at the Hilton Hotel in Embassy Manyata Tech Park in Bangalore. So 3 days, we come together from morning to evening. We help you create your goal setting system. We help you create your hiring system. We help you create your salary appraisal system. We help you create your firing system. We help you create strategies for making your business more profitable. We help you create strategies for getting payments at a faster rate. We help you create strategies for improving the consistency of your sales. We help you create strategies for marketing, sales, operations, accounts, human resources to be active. 3 days of actually building the systems. Are you willing to give me these 3 days, everybody? Yes. Doesn't matter from where you are. If your reason right now is, oh, Bangalore, come to my city. I'm not going anywhere. You come to Bangalore. Okay. Now, the way the 3 days works from morning 10 to 8 is the entire 3 days is facilitated by me, nobody else. But every 2 hours, while I help you build the system, every 2 hours, you will be working with a coach from my team and getting your personal questions answered, your personal questions solved. So, ladies and gentlemen, the way the 3 days is designed is that every single one of you walk out with absolute clarity with customized solutions. Is that clear? Entire program facilitated by me, nobody else. But every 2 hours, you're working with a coach. In fact, on day 1 and day 2, post 8 p.m., I urge you not to keep any other appointment or engagement. I urge you to stay back post 8 p.m. on day 1 and day 2 and stay back till whatever time you want and get as many questions answered as you want from my coaches. We stay back till 11 in the night, 12 in the night, 1 in the morning as well. As long as you are willing to work, we are 200% committed. Got it? Okay. Now, can I tell you what happens in these 3 days? And can I tell you what is your cost of food at the Hilton Hotel? Can I tell you what happens in these 3 days and your cost of food and banquet hall logistics at the Hilton Hotel? Yes? Okay. So pay attention. Day 1, we start at 10. From 10 to 4, the only thing we work on is helping you create a goal setting system. Where the goal is by 4 p.m. you will have a template that you can use for the rest of your life to create financial goals and functional goals. We are using 6 hours just to create a goal setting template for your business. Can you imagine the level of detailing we go into? Because the impact of that goal setting template is that you will have the ability to create goals in a manner where you can align your teams and your team members take ownership, and you'll have clear priorities so you're not wasting your time in firefighting. So the goal is, in these 6 hours, first we design a scientific goal setting system for your business. We turn that system into a template that you can use on a yearly basis, quarterly basis, and monthly basis. Now, once you've created the goal setting system, then from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., we go into working with you on business growth strategies relevant to your business, relevant to your industry. How many of you here have a challenge of low profit margins, where you operate on very thin profit margins? If you do, type out me in the chat box. How many of you here have a challenge of slow payments, where your payments get stuck in the market? If you have this challenge, type out me in the chat box. How many of you here have a challenge of inconsistent sales? Some months sales are good, some months sales are low. If you fall under that category, type out me in the chat box. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here's what we do. From 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., I work with you on strategies to improve profit margins, strategies to deal with slow payments, strategies to improve consistency of sales, so that you're building a business that is cash rich, you're building a business that makes money. And these strategies, each one of you will identify strategies relevant to your business and your industry by 8 p.m. Got it? So every business finds their own strategies which are unique to them, relevant to them by 8 p.m. on day 1. Okay, that's how we facilitate the workshop. So day 1 is goal setting system and business growth strategies. Day 2, we start a little early. We start at 9. And from 9 to 4, in those 7 hours, we build 4 systems in your business. We build the most crucial hiring process, then the people development system, then the scientific salary appraisal system, and then the firing process. For how many of you these 4 systems are crucial? Where you actually learn the template of creating role tasks, the template of listing attitude, skills, and knowledge, the template of creating a screening and selection mechanism, so that you are able to identify talent and source talent. Then you actually learn the template and the framework to develop the current skills and knowledge of your existing team members. Then we give you the entire template and help you design a salary appraisal system. And then I give you firing steps. Just these 4 systems are a game changer for most business owners, because when you have these 4 people management systems created in your business at the workshop, it helps you hire the right kind of people, which reduces owner dependency. It helps you save time and money on avoiding wrong hires. And because you have good salary appraisal system and develop systems, it will help you also retain talent, which is a big win in today's day and age. For how many of you, this is a very important section. If this is chat box. Then from 4 p.m., once we finish creating people management systems, till 7:45 in the evening on day 2, we go into functional management. Here, I make you do an assessment based on owner dependency, action, consistency, result, and efficiency of all the 7 functions. Based on that assessment, we identify the gaps in your business functions. Then we give you a 9-step process to follow to make marketing, sales, operations, accounts, human resources, and management functional. The goal is by the end of day 2, you should have clarity of which functions are a priority based on the situation of your business. And you should activate marketing, sales, operations at least as a backbone for stability and growth of your business. So day 1 is about goal setting system and business growth strategies. Day 2 is about people management systems and functional management systems. Then we go into day 3, where we start early at 9, end by 7. Now day 3 is the most important day, because I believe one size cannot fit everybody. How many of you agree you are unique? Your business is unique. Your capabilities are unique. Your mindset is unique. So a one-size-fits-all solution will not work for everyone. Yes or no? So on day 3, what we do is we work with you to identify specific steps to grow your business based on the current stage of your business. Now, those of you who are in a stage where your business is struggling or your business is in a survival mode, we help you evaluate, and then you get a specific action plan to go from struggle, survival to stability. Now, those of you who are stable already, you get a specific action plan to go from stability to success. Those of you who are already successful, you get a specific action plan to go from success to scale. Every person walks out with a unique action plan based on the stage of their business, so that you have a proven framework for business growth and you don't have to play the game of trial and error. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the 3-day business space workshop. Like I said, it's a workshop where we work with you hands-on. Now, before I tell you what is your investment, let me tell you who should not register. If you are in a job please don't waste your time and money in this workshop because you don't have the decision-making authority to implement the goal-setting system, the hiring process, the salary appraisal system. So this is not for people in a job. If you're an aspiring business owner and you plan to start your business after 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, then please don't register for this workshop because this is a workshop only for those who have a running business. Because if you don't have a running business, what will you build the systems for? In the workshop, you're busy building systems. You're not just learning information, you're creating systems there. So this is not for people in a job because you don't have the decision-making authority. This is not for people who are aspiring business owners because I need you to have a running business. Even if your business is 1 day old or 1 month old, that is good enough for us. Even if your business is 100 years old, it's good enough for us. The size of your team doesn't matter, whether you're a one-man, one-woman solo business owner or a 2-member, 5-member, 8-member, 10-member, 20-member, 30-member micro business owner or a 50, 80, 100, 200, 500, 1,000, 10,000 team size SME entrepreneur as well. How many of you agree, irrespective of the size of your business, you need a goal-setting system? If you agree, type out agree. Even if you're a solo or a micro or an SME, if you agree you need a scientific goal-setting system, type out agree. If you agree you need strategies to improve profits, improve payment collection and improve sales, then type out agree. If you agree that you need system for hiring, system for appraising, system for firing, system for developing people, type out agree. If you agree you need systems to activate marketing, sales, operations, accounts, human resources and management, type out agree. So as long as these topics of creation are relevant for you, your size doesn't matter, your sector doesn't matter, your scale doesn't matter, your financial situation doesn't matter. All that matters is you need to have a running business. If that is clear, type out clear. Vishwas is saying, I'm in a job. Thank you for being honest. Vishwas, if you're in a job, please don't waste time and money. I'm telling you, you will not be able to implement it. I don't want you to spend money on something you will not be able to implement. Got it? Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you what is the early bird action taker bonus, where your investment is just going to be the logistics cost of your food for 3 days at the Hilton Hotel in Bangalore. So let me tell you what is going to be your investment. Before that, I'll tell you what's the original price of this workshop. I've been doing this since April 2016. And since April 2016, for a 3-day PACE program, people have paid 30,000 rupees. Plus for the workbook, you get a workbook when you come to the program, which has all the templates, additional 10,000 rupees. The total investment has been 40,000 plus GST since April 2016. Now, because we're launching the Bangalore batch for March today, we're going to give you an early bird offer where you are not going to invest 40,000 plus GST. You are only going to invest for your logistics cost, which is your food cost and your banquet hall costs. So this is an early bird offer only for today. Now, for those of you who take action and register today for the Bangalore batch in March, firstly, I'm going to give 3 bonuses. There are 3 video courses which I sell on my website rajivtaleja.com under the shop section. These are video recorded courses. One is on mastering your time, other is on mastering your life, which is your energy and focus, and third is on stages of scaling your business. These 3 video courses are sold on my website for 6,000, 6,000 and 8,000 rupees. You get these 3 video courses worth 20,000 rupees as a free gift for those of you who register today. Second, to make this a no-brainer for you, you also get a 100% money back guarantee at the end of day 1 of the workshop, which means you register for the price we are going to tell you today and you attend day 1 on 6th of March. You don't find value in it. At the end of day 1, you walk to the back of the room. My team will be there. You say, I want a full refund. You get a 100% refund. No questions asked at the end of day 1. So it's a no risk proposition that we are giving you. Now, your investment for those of you who register in the next 15 minutes will not be 40,000 plus GST. Your investment will be 19,999 inclusive of GST, which is 16,000 change plus GST. Now that 16,000 is going purely towards your workbook, your tea, coffee 3 times a day for 3 days, and your lunch 3 times a day at the Hilton Hotel, which is a 5-star hotel. So it's a no-brainer value proposition. If you found value in today's Business Success Workshop, make sure you scan that QR code right now and you enroll for the Business Space program, which is happening on the 6th, 7th and 8th of March. Now, just in case these dates don't work for you and last minute there's an emergency, don't worry. You can always reach out to us. Once you have registered today, you will get a welcome email from rajivtaleja@quantumleap.co.in. In that welcome email, the bonus trainings will also be there. If last minute there's an emergency that comes up and you can't make it to the Hilton Hotel on 6th, 7th and 8th of March, you can email us and tell us to move you to the next batch. We will tell you where the next batch is happening and you will be transferred to the next batch. So your money is safe. You don't have to stress at all. Okay. If you're facing any payment related challenges, you can reach out to the customer support number. The number is on your screen. My team has also put it in the chat box. The payment link has been put in the chat box. You can use your credit card to make the payment, Dr. Trishna. If you have any questions regarding the PACE program, feel free to put the questions in the chat box. I'll answer questions regarding the PACE program. If you have any business related questions, don't worry. We have 3 full days together. And like I said, every 2 hours, you'll have a coach working with you. And on day 1 and day 2, beyond 8 p.m. also, we'll support you. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to my team. Now, please note that this offer is valid only for the participants of today's seminar. So you need to take action right now, because if you go on my website, you will see the price is much higher than what you're getting it right now at. So make sure you take action right now. Okay, we are doing this as a launch price. This 3-day 19,999 inclusive of GST includes 3 days lunches, 3 days tea, coffee, 3 times per day, and your training and your workbook. It does not include your stay at the Hilton. I mean, what are you expecting? If you get me 1 night stay in Hilton also for 19,000, I'll pay you money. Okay, so it does not include that. It's a very common practice for people to fly in from all over India, from all over Middle East, from parts of Africa. We had a participant recently from Somalia who came to attend the PACE program in Bangalore. So let travel not be your excuse saying, "Arey, Bangalore jana padega." भैया प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने हैं तो सिस्टम बनाने पड़ेंगे, सिस्टम बनाना पड़ेगा तो एक्सपर्टीज चाहिए तो आओ. So just come. Okay. If you have any other questions regarding the PACE program, I'll be happy to answer the question. I've just started my business. Is this relevant for me? As long as you have a running business, Asha, it is relevant for you. I just need a running business, so it's relevant for you. Okay. Pratik, the 3 days amount includes your training, your workbook, 3 lunches for 3 days, 3 times tea, coffee per day. Okay, that's what it includes, not your stay. Okay, stay you can directly book at Hilton with them, or close by there are many business hotels. That in the welcome email we can send you the details if you're looking at options because you're coming from outside of Bangalore. Okay, Santosh saying I'm